Noon. I'm Hannah Gleditch. First name is Hannah. Last name is Gleditch, Gleditsch. I'm a police officer with the Loveland Police Department, and I'm currently assigned to the Public Relations Office. In a moment, I'm going to introduce to you Chief Tim Duran, Tim. Last name is Doran. Chief Duran will be available to answer a few questions after the news release is over. However, please understand that because the suspects involved in this case are juveniles and the investigation is still ongoing, we are going to be very limited to the amount of details that we are able to share today. I also want to please acknowledge that we do have a lot of loved ones in the room from our victim, Naz. They've had a very, very rough and trying couple of weeks, and while we are very grateful to have them here, we just want to please respect their privacy. If they so choose to come up and speak, then we will welcome them with open arms, but if they do not feel inclined to say anything, we're asking that you please do not ask them any questions, and please try to keep your cameras off of them. Thank you. Chief? Sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. I truly appreciate everyone being here. This is the second instance when I've been standing before you regarding this case, and the first time it was to ask for your help, and the media team was extremely helpful in our journey in this investigation. So I'd just like to begin with saying thank you to all of you. I am, as you know, the Chief of Police for the Loveland Police Department, and I'm joined here with the District Attorney, Gordon McLaughlin. Gordon is the lead of the investigations of the prosecution team. So the purpose of our meeting here today is to announce that we've arrested 2 additional subjects in the shooting that resulted in the brutal, senseless homicide of 18-year-old Nasier, or commonly known as Nasier Graham, and also leaving a 16-year-old seriously injured. This brings the total arrests to 3. Throughout this investigation, I remained in contact with both impacted families, and I'm truly humbled by the poise and courage displayed by the family in dealing with this tragedy. All 3 of these young men are from the Greeley, Colorado area. And the charges are behind me on the screen, and they'll be provided in our press release. However, as to be expected, murder in the first degree tops the list. I'm incredibly proud of my investigative team and the DA's office, who work tirelessly to bring justice. The Loveland Police Department will not stand for this level of senseless violence in our community. I also want to thank our law enforcement partners, because we could never have done this alone. Specifically, the Greeley Police Department, the Larimer County Sheriff's Office, the Fort Collins Police Services, the FBI, of course the DA's office, and the coroner's office. But most importantly, I want to thank the community. Their involvement helped us from day one and helped us bring these young men to justice. We collected well over 90 tips in this investigation, and it led to the arrests of these 3. Before I answer any of your questions, I'd like to turn the podium over to Okima Bassett and Corletta Hythen, who will speak briefly for the family. Okima, Corletta. Miss Bassett will be joining us first.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much to the family for allowing me to just speak on your behalf. I just wanted to, first of all, thank Chief Duran and the head detective, Clint, Ashley, the advocate, and the DA's office for just making this a priority. We just want to let you know and put a face to it that Naz was not just some anybody. He was loved by his family, his friends, his coworkers, his school members, and his coaches. And we looked forward to just seeing him get married, have children, um, do what all teenagers do. And we are just saddened, broken, and we look forward to the conviction of these three criminals. Um, we'll see you at court, and that's really all that I have to say.
My biggest concern is the laws. This just didn't just touch this family. This touches families all over the United States, the world. This goes deeper than anything. Bills need to be changed, laws need to be changed. We need not have it, we can carry all arms. We need not to say it's okay to buy a gun when you have a criminal background. It's not okay to have a 3-day or you have ghost guns on the streets. It just seems like minority crimes are just so fluctuated and not cared more about. But I was very impressed with my friend, because Nas was my friend. And I'm so irritated right now. But these are the laws that we have into space that are not helping our children. Social media, games that kill people on the ongoing because money is being made. Violence sells. Sex sells. But our kids are the ones that are suffering and dying behind this. When does it stop? And it needs to stop now. Go to your representatives, go to your senators, go to your mayors, go to anybody that can change laws. No, do it at your own house. Stop it. Put the games down, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Put it down. Let the village be there. Let your neighbor be your friend. This has to stop. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Okima. Corletta, would you like?
Gordon McLaughlin, Lambert County District Attorney. I first want to acknowledge what a terrible tragedy this was for the family of Nas as well as for the entire Loveland community. This was a very complex investigation with a lot of threads to follow. I'm very proud of our team at the DA's office for working hard to follow those, and very grateful to Chief Duran and his team at Loveland Police Department for really working around the clock on this investigation since this crime happened to ensure that we are here today and that our office can continue to pursue accountability on these cases. We have charged 2 of the 3 individuals so far. Charges on the 3rd will be pending in the next few days. I will reiterate those are allegations at this point, and unless and until proven guilty. This was understandably incredibly worrying for the Loveland community given the nature of this crime. We will be working diligently in coordination with the family to pursue these cases in the criminal justice system and make sure that there is accountability. In the meantime, it is nice to be here today with Loveland Police and the family to at least let everyone know that the significant arrests have been made, and we do believe the community is safe at this point. Thank you.
I can now take any questions. Yes.
We first want to just apologize and say that we're so sorry for your loss, and thank you for letting us know this update. You had said there's a lot of threads in this case, and we see the ages of these 3 people arrested in such a very gruesome, horrendous crime. What was the connection? Is there one between the victim and these 3 people?
We're not aware of any specific link that had the suspects and victim. So it was random, senseless murder.
I'll echo what Nicole said. Thank you for letting us be here. Our hearts go out to you and your families. If you could talk a little bit about their ages. I mean, 15 years old. Did they have guns? How did they get those guns? What, what stands out obviously is the young man is dead, but 3 15-year-olds are now charged.
So certainly by Colorado law, 15 qualifies as a juvenile. So I am limited to what I can say in terms of the details pertaining to them. I can tell you that we have what we feel are both weapons in our custody, as well as the white truck that the community so diligently helped us find.
And when you say random, you mean truly random? They just found Nas and killed him?
Well, I can't speak to any of the statements that they've given us thus far, but there is no indication that they purposefully left their homes in Greeley specifically to come to that complex, that apartment complex, to find a specific individual. So when I say random, I mean I don't think it was deliberate when they left their home that evening. Yes.
This may be a question for both you and Gordon, I'm not sure which, but is it anticipated that the identities of these three young men is going to be announced? Obviously, this is a very, very serious crime. So is that anticipated at this time?
At this time, no. We're obviously still working through that process and how exactly those charges will play out. As the chief may have mentioned, the investigation is still ongoing. There's plenty left to do, and so we will evaluate the full facts and apply that to the law when that comes time and make those decisions.
And I'm assuming that also will play into whether or not they're charged as adults or juveniles.
That's correct. So at 15, they're ineligible to be directly filed into adult court. Whether we will look to transfer them, again, is one of those decisions we are going to evaluate based on the full facts of the case at the appropriate time.
Well,
One of the people a chance as well. Obviously, this horrible act ended in the death of Nas. I know that a lot of people were also questioning if there's any updates on the 16-year-old who was also injured in this incident. I know that information on that has not been as public while the investigation is ongoing. Does the department have an update on the 16-year-old status?
so he is recovering at home as we speak. I've had the great fortune of meeting him and his family as well, and so he is not in any life-threatening situation. The question will be, how long will it take for him to truly heal? And I think you have to take that into account, that this young man will be traumatized for the rest of his life.
And were you able to find these suspects through the community identifying the car? I know you kind of talked on that, if you don't mind expanding.
Well, it was a combination of working with our law enforcement partners, the community tips, and our detective team running down every possible lead there was in the case. It was a convergence of a lot of hard work, and we're truly pleased to say that was done very quickly in this particular case. Certainly not quick enough, but we're happy to say that there's not a danger to the Loveland community right now, because the three individuals that are involved are in custody, and we do not feel that there's a risk anymore.
I don't know if you can answer this, but are these three 15-year-olds, have they been in, do you know about them? Have you met them before? Have they been in trouble before with the law?
As they're from Greeley, I have not personally met any of them. As juveniles, we are very limited as to what we can share in terms of their background. Yes, Austin.
Is it known at this point whether or not Nas and the 16-year-old were connected in any way, or was that also sort of a random element of this?
It was a very random element of this evening. I do know that the 16-year-old did know who Nas was, and it broke his heart to learn the news. Well, thank you again, everyone, for this. You were a true help in this. The community was a true help, and the family was certainly a blessing. So thank you.